Me and my son are just working on a custom shield. I made him a sword a while back. We should have had that. Well, you'll have to stick around for the end of the video then. We'll show it at the end. But he wanted, we're just going through this, and then Stacy was like, this should be a video. But he wants a Minecraft themed shield, which is more square, but it's wood in the middle, but he wants it more kind of with a Zelda shape, but Minecraft themed. So we're just kind of mocking up the shape here. We're gonna make it out of foam, and I just did like a rendering for him for like the color. So it'll be like wood grain in the middle, and this will all be foam. And I got a really cool thing that I do for my props for the rivets, which I'll show you guys for sure. But then the actual shape. And then we got a huge sheet of paper that we gotta make a pattern. So we'll get going on that, and we'll cut the foam next. No, we just gotta get a little before. You can stand right there. So we got the base done. Got two pieces. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little seam right there, but got two pieces of the flooring. So that is the beginning of the shield. We'll see. And then at the end, we'll see how far along we come. Oh, now we're adding some little slits and some barge cement to, I think it's dried up enough to add him some three-dimensionality to his... Well, it wasn't quite that dry, but you get the idea. Oh yeah, it sticks pretty good. Hey, we added some big old cuts and reliefs to give it kind of a domed shape, and it's actually got a really nice shape to it. But and now my son's just working on sanding some of these seams because they're a little janky to start, and then they end up being a nice little smooth. By the time we get primer and paint on, they'll probably be near invisible. Here, we'll give a little updater on the shield. See if we can't. I mean, it's got a nice curve to it. So we got the seams sanded. Couple little janky spots, but you know, this is the field here is gonna be wood, so we're gonna texture that next. But so as far as that's what we got. Oh yeah, I'll snag the radio. All right, now we're on to trying to add the wood things there. Remember, you can try and hold that like a pencil. You might get a little bit better luck with it. But that was where the seam of where we had to join two of these. I don't even know if I said that yet, but these are just the panels we had left over from, we used this in below our pool last year. And so it was a nice foam bed. And then that's the same stuff I have in my shop, kind of sort of dealing. But now he's just adding, so we took advantage. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't necessarily have boards that bowed out like that, you know, but we wanted that horizontal seam to go away. I guess we could have cut it the other way and ended up with a vertical seam, but hey, we're not foam shield builders. Deal with it. We'll be back. Yeah, it can be blue. Yeah, because in fact, we're mixing up paint right now. Doesn't matter what color, but we decided we're gonna paint the shield itself. Whoop, wrong way. Paint the shield itself because we're not sure how the wood grain looks. So we have a feeling we're gonna get the paint on there as kind of a, you know, a look at it, coat, and then change the wood grain up a little bit accordingly. All right, we're slopping that paint on in no rhyme or reason. Just to kind of see where the paint fills. I have a feeling that we were being really subtle on some of the texturing, and it's going to get filled in, and we might only just see kind of the cracks of the board. So who knows? We'll kind of play it by ear. Rubber cement, bar cement on there, and then he's putting the piece. You can put it on there. And then we're just kind of putting these outside pieces on. Make sure it's nice and straight because you got one shot with that stuff. Got this last piece here on. So that's kind of the shield as it sits. This is just the black from the, you know, the foam originally how it is. So I got a little bit of wood grain going in there. It's going to be a lot more subdued once I get like 2 layers of paint on it. These are not seams. The seam actually went down to here, and then this is not a seam. And then we went down to there. But got some like knots and kind of chips out of the wood, some rotted punky spots. Anything to mimic, you know. It's pretty gnarly looking. It looks pretty chiseled, and you know, I think it looks how I want it to look. So, all right, now she's gonna get a coat of black paint, and we'll see how she looks from there. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the hold, but I just kind of seamed up, hemmed up piece of buckskin, and then I'm gonna leave these open so it has like more of an attachment point. So we're gonna have something like those, and that's gonna be the strap to, you know, fit your forearm in, and then I'm thinking I might drill a hole in a dowel, and then kind of that way you have some sort of, I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
Oh, do that again. Do that again.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold it up. Here. Now hold the shield up more like you're shielded. A little less. Is it recording?
Yes.
Awesome. We're going to try and dry brush some brown on there. Here, slop her down there. A little bit of lid. Down in circles, and you can get kind of close there, you know what I mean? Up on, say, like the edge a little bit, that's right. But see how I deposited kind of a lot there? Mm-hmm. I draw that out right away. That was kind of a lot. Ta-da! So now that I was overly verbose showing my son how to do it, we'll let him give her a whack for a little while, and we'll come back at you with the results, I guess. And my other son is the one filming. Nod yes with the camera if you're the one filming. Look at that. A well-oiled machine around here. See you in a second. All right, I figured I'd get an update shot. He's still adding brown. We're doing it lightly. I'm sure it'll end up a lot darker, but I was kind of teaching him the dry brush method and everything, and just kind of getting everything feathered. We weren't too concerned about jamming it into the corners and stuff, but it's starting to come together where it's starting to look like wood. So we'll check back. Is that pretty cool or what?
I like it. That's awesome.
Because I almost forgot. This was in the plans. Remember I told you?
Yeah.
So googly eyes. This is an old theater trick. I did this when I did one of my last theater sets. And I showed it on my Instagram, but it never made it over to YouTube. But we're going to plop some googly eyes on the corner of the shield. And by the way, this video will probably make it out before the shield video, because I don't know if this will make a video. But if you're ever doing, like, we're doing a prop shield, like a Minecraft meets Zelda. It's a Zelda shape, but more of a Minecraft color scheme. But so we're going to plop some, here, we should probably measure. Why not, right? We have a neurodivergent workspace, ruler. Oh, I should have just put it right on the Google. There she be. Now he's got to paint him black. In fact, yeah, a little more of that guy. Flip him over. No measuring. You know why I didn't have to measure it?
Why?
I got an eye for these types of things. Brum bum. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. I don't have my hair did. He's got to hold it up real quick. I just want to see it with the googly eyes before we paint it. Shake it around a little bit. Here, move to your right. There's the googly eye rivets. Now we gotta paint them. All right, phone's about to die. All right, you can paint that one. Make sure to get it right in that crack on the side around the circumference. You know why pi is 3.14159?
No.
Come on, the relation pi r squared. You don't remember that? It's 3.14 diameters to a circumference. That's their relationship. If you remember it that way, that it's a whole lot easier. All right, yeah, you just got to paint them, and then we'll patina and add the nuances, and we'll be back. All right, this part I wanted to show because we made a little dauber out of a milk cap, and then a wood dowel, and then just a chunk of sponge. Because this rub and buff is more of a, you want to kind of apply it in a smooth motion. I've noticed a lot of times when you use longer bristles, you'll get streaks, and that's not what we're really going for. However, this narrow chip brush, I'm going to cut these guys off real short. Probably even right there. I should have grabbed a good scissors rather than one of these cheap free ones, but that way I get more of that dauber effect rather than bristles, and that'll allow us to just kind of nicely put that on that edge. But we'll kind of show some of this on the face here because that'll be a lot easier. Where's that lid? Oh, awesome sauce. We'll use a container, but we're just actually going to use the lid. With this one, you can grab just a tiny bit and then move that around. You kind of want to look at your pad and even it up a little bit. And get rid of some here. But you're basically just going to start rubbing that on. Should have sanded that just a hair better. It'll look like metal pitting. So I don't know if the light will pick that up any decent, but now we're going to start to see that metal effect. And then that brush works really good. Remember these googly eyes? You can just get that stuff right in there, but if you got to work quick, do your best to fan that out. Pick up just a little bit more. This is the first coat, and then we'll add probably a second coat for touch-up spots. But then we'll add some patina and possibly some rust or something coming down from there. But make it look a little bit more battle-worn rather than brand new out of the blacksmith. You know what I mean? It's like a loaded brush. So lightly kind of go around, and then so once you start seeing it move around, then you can start to really buff it in.
Okay.
Hence the name rub and buff. Give her the boots. There you go. There you go. Get her down here too. Even it out around the whole thing. Just make sure you don't touch any of this brown that we worked so hard to make look like wood. Looking pretty good, eh?
Yeah.
It's pretty shiny. Feel free to even get up on the edge a little bit and kind of start working that. Well, if that edge is a little bit rough, we don't want to mess up our dauber because then we're going to get inconsistent results. So I guess we'll stay away from the edge. We'll do all of our faces and then we'll start working about our edge work. That way our custom tool isn't deteriorated by the time we get to the other parts. This is some kind of thicker, more commercial roll, so it's a lot grittier, I guess. It's more in tone of like a craft paper or whatever. So crumple it up and you can actually use that real well to buff it up. Just like you would a regular like finish, and you can get rid of some of those nibs, those dust nibs. But this actually just helps it get a little bit shinier. Hence the buff. And it's more of a wax, I believe. got a solvent in it, you know, it's kind of like your old turtle wax, but I mean, it flexes real nice. It doesn't crack or anything like that, so. Looks pretty cool, eh? The camera probably doesn't do it all that much justice, but hopefully we can get a decent picture. It's got a nice little luster to it, nice sheen.
Looks really cool.
Let's take a look. Hold that bad boy up, the shield.
Oh.
And well, just because we just got the rub and buff all complete. So yeah, look at that bad boy. Move it around so it kind of catches the light a little bit different. So far, we're loving it. Now we're gonna just add a brown and kind of black wash, just kind of make it look older, a little bit more dingy. Get some you know, dirt and grime in the crevices and stuff. So that thing is pretty cool, though. All right, now I'm getting video. You can move it around a little bit. That's crazy. Show the back of it once. So the floor tiles. Hot glue. I seamed up a little strap for him here, like with that same rubber cement, and then a dowel holder, and then flip her around. That is cool. And then you could shake it and you can probably hear the googly eyes. A little bit. So let's take a look here. Those look like rivets. This was from a pony clamp, and apparently I didn't have the soft jaw on it, so whoops, battle scar. Yeah, and then we even had a drip on that one. Well, yeah, she turned out pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, I must have a crack in my screen. Good Lord. Oh man. Dude, that turned out phenomenal. That is crazy. All right, let's see the back. The bigger the gob, the better the job. Let's see the back. We had some issues. This one was buckskin that I seamed up, but this one was a dowel with some cotton stuff, and it was just tearing away. And it's like, man, he's gonna be winging this thing around. So we added some kind of hot glue embedded tongue depressors as as more support, ribbing, I guess, boning. We'll paint it flat black now, and we should be good to go. All right, let's see the other side. I love it, dude.
I do too.
It works.
No.
That is the beginning of the shield. We'll see, and then at the end, we'll see how far along we come. That is cool.